What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mario, and I'm here with my co-host Christian. Uh, this is Nothing But Sports Talk, where we talk nothing but sports. Today, we're going to be covering our top 25 and under offensive players. If you guys have not checked out our previous video, we did make a top 25 and under for defense. If you guys have not checked that video out yet, it is going to be in one of the corners above.
One of those corners. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Whichever one pops up, you guys can guess. But if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely go check that out. We did go in depth on our top 25 minutes. It was a hard list, so definitely go check it out. Let us know, give us some feedback on that. But today we're going to get into the offensive players. We're going with 5 again. We do have an honorable mention as well for this one. So I'll have you, Christian, start off with your honorable mention for offense.
Will do. I got my honorable mention is. Can you hear that? T. Higgins. I got T. Higgins from the Cincinnati Bengals.
I love him.
Yeah, I really like T. Higgins. He had an amazing season last year. I originally had CeeDee Lamb as my honorable mention, but after taking into account all the drops that he had a lot of volume, but he didn't always pull up when he needed to last year. So
little things that count.
Yes, little things that count. I think they were in a similar tier, so I just took into consideration those drops, and that's why I have T. Higgins as my honorable mention.
Dude, and T. Higgins is a beast, dude. We can't discredit him. He's a monster.
He played a huge part in that Cincinnati offense.
All right, so I do agree with your honorable mention for T. Higgins, but for my honorable mention, I did go with DK Metcalf. To me, dude, he's just a freak of nature. Last year without Russell Wilson, he almost had another 1,000 yards. I think he was out for like 4, 5, 6 games around there. And to me, dude, he's so fast, so athletic, so strong. I feel like he's only going to get better with making adjustments to his game. I probably would want him out of Seattle though to get like a real good quarterback, because the situation over there for quarterbacks is not that good, to be honest. But that would be my honorable mention for the offense.
Cool. I definitely I wanted to choose DK, but I don't know. He had a great start to his career, but he's been kind of slowing down a little bit. But I definitely will put that on the quarterbacks that he's been playing with. I don't think it's totally his fault. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like
dude,
recently T. Higgins has been a better player, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Dude, he just needs. I don't know, the situation that they have over in Seattle is just. I don't know why he would probably want to go back. I'd probably want out of there as well, because it seemed like they're pretty much going rebuild mode also. So
yeah,
I don't see why he would want to stay there.
Yeah, me neither. All right, cool. You want me to move into my number 5?
Yes, sir.
I will do that. My number 5 is AJ Brown. Freak athlete, just like DK Metcalf. Who was your honorable mention? Freak athlete, but the numbers have been more consistent and have been there. With a very much run-oriented offense, which is pretty impressive that he's had the numbers that he has had with Ryan Tannehill at his quarterback, who's not the best.
For sure.
Not the best quarterback, and with Derrick Henry getting like freaking 1,000 touches a game. So it's pretty impressive that he even has been able to put up these numbers, and going over to Philadelphia is going to be huge. And I know they're also a very run heavy team. But with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, they're definitely gonna have to start ramping up that Jalen Hurts arm for sure.
Dude, not for sure. And then that that running game, dude, is gonna definitely open them up for play action passes when they do get into the passing game, dude. Because their running game, I think they were first last year in rushing yards per game, I believe. Correct. Dude, but that running game is gonna definitely open them up for some play action passes. Oh, yeah. And dude, I agree, he's a beast. But for my number 5, I do have Tristan Wirfs. Definitely gotta show that some linemen some love. I'm pretty sure you looked at a stat the other day where he hasn't allowed a sack in his single career.
Yeah.
And he's only 23. He's only 23. And dude, he just absolute locked down on the side. He's an absolute beast. He's a big boy too. Linemen are pretty big, but this dude is a monster as well. And we just gotta show the linemen some love, dude. He's still only 23 years old. Um, with Tom Brady coming back, I expect him to still have a big year. So that would be my number 5.
Yeah, no, cool. And I actually have him at my number 4. So I'm not even really gonna go into detail on him. And I think you have AJ
Yeah,
Brown as your number 4, right? So I think
I
we're
have him.
good
Yeah,
with
it's really
those.
flip flop, dude. We literally just talked about it, so we can definitely move on from those because obviously AJ Brown's a beast. We both touched
Yeah.
up on
So
both of
we,
them, so they pretty much flip flop for us.
yeah, and those are interchangeable. Yeah. Um. So we'll move on to my number 3. I have Jonathan Taylor at my number 3. Um. I know you didn't like that. I know you didn't like that. Only reason I do have Jonathan Taylor as my number 3 is basically because I think him being used the amount of times that he has been used in that Colts offense, I don't think it'll be, how do I word this? Longevity wise, it
Yeah.
doesn't correspond with the type of player that he is. I mean, running backs, they have a short lifespan in the NFL.
Mhm.
Um, you
Yeah,
can
that's
be the
what sucks
greatest
about
running
backs.
back
So
of
they
all
just take
time.
beatings, dude.
Yeah, you can be the greatest running back of all time. Once you turn around 29, it starts to get a little bit messy in that area. But I mean, he had an amazing year, one of the best running back years we've seen in a while. Him and Derrick Henry both went berserk last year. Um, but Jonathan Taylor, I think the two guys I have above him have the opportunity to have legit 10, 15 plus year careers. Um, and to have greater impacts on their team, in my opinion. I don't think, I think I'll just say this. I mean, I guess you can probably guess who are the two above him right now. So the two above him are receivers. I think those are more
Yeah.
impactful players, in my opinion, than running backs.
Yeah,
Like,
probably. I agree with you. But to
I
me,
think I'd much rather build around a great receiver than a great running back. Just my opinion.
yeah, that is true. That's what sucks about backs. Um, but I think he still got a good, solid, probably at least 5 more years of just being a beast. Um,
Oh yeah.
moving on to my number 3, I did have Jamar Chase. Reason why is because obviously potential wise, if we're talking potential, I probably have him at number 2. But as of now, I'm just going off the base off right now, dude. He had a monster freshman season or first year. Um, dude, he is only gonna get better. Um, he is a speedster, dude. I think his average, I was looking at the other day, his average yard per catch was 18. So, dude, that's insane. I think he had 15 yards, I think 10 touchdowns, dude. He's an absolute demon. He's gonna be around for a long time. He's only getting better. And I see him and Joe Burrow just staying together for a long time.
Mhm.
Um, and to me, dude, Jamar Chase is gonna be an absolute monster. Um, to me, dude, the Bengals are probably gonna get better. They're still super young. They have T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and honestly, with their receiving core that they have over there, dude, Jamar Chase is just only gonna get better. Obviously, with
Yeah.
some adjustments, dude, he's gonna definitely move in to being one of the best receivers in the league. Oh, he already is, but moving higher up in that rankings.
Yeah. I agree, and all the reasons you just touched on. That's why I have him at my number 2. Um,
I'm gonna move into my number 2 because he was your number 3.
yeah.
That way,
Okay.
I
Go
just
ahead.
piggyback off that. I had Jonathan Taylor number 2, obviously. Dude, that dude's a bad boy. To me, he's a beast. First year he had 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. Second year, 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns on 5.5 a carry. He probably would have gotten overshadowed, if we're being honest, by Derrick Henry if he never got injured. Dude, but to me, as of now, dude, he's my second best offensive player at 25 and under. Um, dude, I think he's just always been good. Obviously, since he was, I kind of hated him at Wisconsin because I'm not, dude, it doesn't make sense. Um, but dude, when he came into the league, dude, he was instant impact on the Colts, and their old line is probably a big reason why also because their line has always been good. But to me, John Taylor is just an absolute beast, and I think he's still got. I think to me, he'll probably go a little bit longer than most running backs because, from what I hear, dude, he takes care of himself a lot. So
Yeah, for sure. No, and I understand why you have him at your number two. I think Jamar and
but
Jonathan
yeah, this
really I think the top three are all interchangeable. You can swap them around, and I'm not gonna be mad about either of them being your number one, number two, or three. But my number two is Jamar Chase. For a lot of the reasons that you touched on already, you talked about him as your number three. Um, he had one of the best rookie years as a receiver I've seen in a very long time. Taking his team to the AFC Championship, winning that, and then going on to the Super Bowl and balling out. Um, I think um, I feel like I touched on with Jonathan Taylor, I think Jamar Chase has the opportunity to really have a great career. No, yeah, we're good. Um, to really have a long and great career. I think Jonathan Taylor can have a
he's
great career, but I think it'll be in a short span.
yeah,
Um,
dude. He just I feel like he's getting, especially in Indiana. Dude, I feel like he'll get utilized a little less this year than last year because I do think they did get better, especially with getting Matt Ryan. But it's all depending on how they use him, dude, because they did use him a bunch loads as well.
yeah, yeah. So with that being said, I mean, you're already seeing it affect Derrick Henry. They give him the ball around
Yeah,
like
dude,
40 touches a game, and he's already
dude, it
starting
takes
to
a
get
toll,
right
dude. It
down.
takes a toll on you a lot, especially as a back.
It does. And if I'm looking at the numbers right now, he had 1,455 yards in his rookie year. Completely insane. That's crazy. 18 yards per reception. Um, 13 touchdowns. I mean, these are just overall great numbers. And honestly, I think my number one and number two are interchangeable. Only reason I had my number one, and I'll just get into my number one now at this point because
They both are number ones.
yeah, he's Justin Jefferson. The only reason
JJ.
I have Justin Jefferson as my number one is based off the fact that Justin Jefferson did it with Kirk Cousins and
Yeah, same
Joe
here.
Burrow or
Dude,
Joe Burrow was for
yeah,
Jamar Chase. That's the only
dude.
reason.
I
I
mean,
mean, if
and
and that
he's improved both years too. So like he went from 1,400 to 1,600,
yeah
7 touchdowns to 10. Dude, he's
yeah.
good.
But
He's
I'm
a dude.
interested to see what Jamar Chase can do now. Just
Dude, he's only gonna get better, dude. The ceiling's
I
so
think,
high for
and
him.
I'll tell you what, in my opinion, I think my list is going to change next year. I think Jamar Chase is going to
Yeah,
overtake that number one spot.
I
Um,
think so as well, dude. I think he'll
be-
have a better year than JT and JJ for sure.
I
That's
think,
as of now, just because he's only been it was his rookie year. That's why I had him at number three. Also, if it was his second year and he was still going off, I'd probably have him number two. But I think next year, dude, he's probably gonna overtake JJ as the best young receiver.
yeah, definitely. I think him having 1,455 yards in his rookie year,
Insane.
I feel like Justin Jefferson took the leap from 1,400 to around 1,600. I think I can see Jamar taking a leap from 1,400 to like 1,800. Like I
Yeah,
can
dude, for
genuinely
sure.
see that because a lot of the Cincinnati offense wasn't really like extremely ran through him. If you looked at it, it wasn't like high volume. Give it to Jamar whenever boom, 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 boom. Really, it was a lot of deep balls. Him catching him just getting open at the right time. I think they're gonna turn Jamar into a full route tree, kind of give him kind of like a Devontae, like look for that guy. And if he's not open, then T Higgins. Well, that's a great other option to have.
Dude, yeah, dude, yeah. I hope you love that too, dude. They're gonna be good for a long time. The
Yeah.
receiving core, and they're still so young, still.
Yeah, they're going to be good for sure for a very long time. But that's our top five offensive players under 25. We did our defensive one. And like we said, if we missed out on that one, definitely make sure to go back and watch that now that you finished this one. If you have any disagreements, if you have any ones that you liked on our list, then let us know in the comments. As always,
Yeah,
make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn
subscribe.
on that notification bell, as it always does help the channel.
Yeah,
Um,
we're very active, so
we've been very
I
active.
would
We've been
expect
trying
us
to
to
stay
definitely have it now.
consistent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we've been trying to stay extremely consistent these past couple, really almost a week now.
And we're only gonna get
Okay.
busier. We're only
Yeah,
gonna get busier, dude. Especially with the off season of the NBA coming up, also. But yeah, just keep tuning in. We're gonna keep pumping out stuff for you guys.
we're gonna keep pumping out content for all the people that are consistently watching our videos. We do appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you
Can't
guys
even say
for
that
real.
enough.
A lot of love.
this is the
For
start
sure,
of
for
a
sure.
start of something big for sure. And we
Hmm.
appreciate the people who are staying consistent from the jump. Um,
For sure.
definitely that's all love. But without a doubt, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. This has been Nothing But Sports Talk, the
Another
channel where
sports
we talk
topic.
nothing but
Always
sports.
like,
And we out.